Hey, I'm Eric, and I haven't done a bass video in a little while, so I need to do some more of these because I have some other basses to review. So I like to do little videos about the bass like this first, and then I'll play some songs to get like an audio to get the tone of it. But this bass that I just got today, I have been waiting for 11 years. It is a Galveston, which is not normally like a really awesome brand, but it is a Galveston 8-string unpaired wide neck extended range bass guitar. And I had one of these. Well, I didn't have one of these. A late friend of mine gave one to another friend who wound up having to sell it. So I sold it for him 11 years ago to the month. And I liked it when I first saw it. I'm like, I'm going to look out for one of those one day. And, you know, I've done searches from time to time and occasionally would find one that sold on eBay or Reverb or eBay. I'm like, oh God, I missed it. You know, wasn't able to get it. But this one, I just did a quick search and saw it. I was like, now's the time. And I'm really pleased with this bass. So normally when you buy something online, you know, for me, I get concerned about the condition of the neck and the frets. I want to make sure it's a straight neck and not a whole lot of buzzing. I get the action really low. Those are the things that I like. I also like tilt back headstocks, and I really prefer open bridges, which this one does not have an open bridge. I'll talk about that. But the main thing is, you know, I don't want to have to do any refinishing, just maybe setup work, cleaning. That's the kind of stuff I like to do. Maybe electronics if that's needed. But this bass, this one has exceeded my expectations. So it is a little bit dusty. I literally just pulled it out of its case, which smells a little bit, but that's normal for an old case. So Galveston, I think they started making these about 20 years ago in the year 2000 or 2001. And you don't see a whole lot of these. I've seen other Galvestons out there, which they're a lower end brand, but you don't see these very often, or you'll see an 8-string paired bass. So it looks like a 4-string bass, but it's strung in octaves like a 12-string guitar. But I'll go over this one real quick. I'm not sure what the wood is. I think it might be some kind of ash. And it's got a really nice tobacco burst finish on it. And pretty thick acrylic on it. So it'll shine up really nice. But this is a set neck. I can see like a little line right there. It is set in there pretty good. Looks like it anyways. But yeah, set neck. And it's going to be dual truss rod underneath that. I've had these before, but it has a brass nut. So I'm hoping to put a set of Kalium balanced strings on here, and I'm going to have to widen that out a little bit. I don't know, it looks pretty wide. I don't know if those strings will just drop in there or not. We'll have to see. I might have to widen those out a little bit. The really valuable thing on here are the pickups. So the pickups, people have mixed reviews of them. I didn't think the one I had before sounded that bad. This one doesn't seem to sound too bad. Very clear sounding, even across the range from low strings to high strings. I think the pickups, you know, trying to find replacement pickups for something like this would be really hard to do. So the pickups, you know, they sound decent enough. The electronics, they hiss a little bit. The previous one did. This one, I'm not getting a whole lot. We'll have to see how it sounds through my main rig. But it is a blend with a volume, and that's push-pull. Active is pulling out. Passive is pushing back in. I might have to reverse that and swap those positions. And then we have treble, mid-range, and bass. So, and it's got these nice brass knobs on there. So that's cool. The bridge, yeah, it needs a setup. I don't like these. Well, again, this is a lower end brand, so I don't have options of adjusting the height for each saddle, although the action it's already pretty low on this, and it does play pretty good right now. But this string through body, I'm changing that out. I'm probably going to go with some individual saddles. The string spacing on this is like 14 millimeter, which is really close. But some of my other basses have 16 millimeters, so I'm okay with that. But the main thing is the neck straight and flat, and This one is really straight and flat. The frets seem pretty good. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Let's see, what is the other thing? Oh, it's got this chunky D-shaped neck shape, which I have a 6-string bass made by, what is that bass? It's not Galveston, it's Douglas, also a lower end brand made in China. The neck on that feels great. I really enjoy playing thicker necks like this, so I'm okay with that. I have a Conklin Bill Dickens and then a Conklin Custom Shop 9-string. So I'm used to the wider necks and thicker necks. So this one should play really comfortable for me. So again, I just brought it out of the case. There's some grime on the fretboard that I'm going to need to clean up, but that is great stress relief going through all of that, polishing up the frets and then doing a setup. And I'll just use the strings that are on it. They'll be okay for now until I get the bridge situation figured out. But overall, very happy with this. Yeah, pretty good finish on the back. Some nice wood grain there, and even along the neck. So I'll set up an audio sound test of this when I'm able to do so on some other bases. Thanks.